everyone, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a little paint with me Q&A video where I'll just answer the questions that you guys asked me and we'll just have a nice little chat about everything. So it's not the best setup in the world because I don't have an easel yet, but we're going to try and make this work. So today I'm going to be recreating this painting that I did last summer. It's just like kind of an illustrated landscape piece just with block colours and just something really simple. I don't paint that often, but it's something that I really want to try and get more into. You know, I've always liked doing art and drawing and making things, but painting is something that I really need a lot more practice with. Yeah, I guess we'll just start painting. I've got all of my limited supply of paints here and I'm dangerously low on white paint, so we'll see how this goes. So the first question I got asked is, how old are you? I am 22. Although I keep thinking I'm 21 still. I'm stuck in the 21 phase. I think it's because I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like if you had your birthday in the last lockdown, it just feels like it never existed. So I keep thinking that I'm still 21, whereas I actually did turn 22 last year. But yeah, I'm 22, 23 this year, which is terrifying. And the next question I got asked is, what are your 3 signs? So I am a Taurus sun, a Pisces moon, which I definitely relate to, and I'm an Aries rising sign. So the next question I got asked is, what's your earliest memory of painting? Honestly, I think the earliest memory I have of actually painting is like in reception where we had paper plates and we just have loads of paint and like glitter and stuff like that and just go wild. And that was so nice and freeing, I think, to just be able to just like smush all these colour paints around and just like have no sense of perfectionism or feel like you need to make something look like something. It was just completely free painting and I miss that. I miss like just digging your hands into paint and like smushing it around and chucking glitter and everything on it. This paint is going on really badly and I don't know how to fix it. So the next question is, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a while, but I think I've just had a lot of self-limiting beliefs hold me back over the years. You know, worried about judgment from other people, and like thinking, you know, well, nobody actually cares about what you have to show or say, or that you're not interesting enough and all this kind of thing. Like, life's too short to not do things that you want to try, just because of fear of failure or fear of judgment. One of the main intentions for me for 2021 is expansion, so like expanding my knowledge and my confidence and like expanding my socialness, my like social circle, like the people I know, the people I talk to. I think it's a really good way to get more comfortable with yourself and confident, by just putting yourself out there and being quite vulnerable. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm really enjoying it so far anyway. And the next question leads on quite nicely actually from the last one, and it's, what challenges have you overcome and do you have any tips? Gosh, I think, like I just said, you know, kind of overcoming that fear of other people, like what other people think of you, is so hard. And like, I haven't overcome it yet, but it's definitely improved. I think, honestly, this pandemic has definitely helped me to realise that we do not know what's around the corner. And we don't know when we're going to have an opportunity to do things that we can and want to do apart from now. So what better time than now to just do what you want to do? Just not caring so much about what other people think is definitely something that I'm working on. But it's hard, like it's really hard. Like, there's always going to be someone who doesn't agree with you or doesn't like you for some reason, and that's fine, you know? Something that I've always struggled with, which is boundaries, and especially saying no. I think just the more you respect yourself and the more you start to treat yourself more kindly, I think that's when you can kind of set those boundaries better. If you're not showing your self-respect, then it's impossible to be able to keep these boundaries, because you're constantly sacrificing your own energy and your own happiness just because you think that's going to make someone else happy. But at the end of the day, you are the only person living your life, and you've got to just make sure that it's one that is fulfilling for you. You're not in control of what people might say or think of you if you say no to them, which is hard to accept, but it's true. The next question I got asked, which I wasn't really sure whether to answer or not, is how has it been working for the NHS during a pandemic? And for those of you who don't know, I'm an occupational therapist. I've been qualified for about a year and a half now. I've worked in a few different roles during that time, and obviously 2/3 of my experience working in the NHS has been during this pandemic. And I think, NHS or not, every job has had an impact in some way. And I really feel for people whose jobs have been really badly impacted. And I know, at least I've still been able to go to work and kind of have some sort of normality every day, because the NHS is always going to keep running no matter what the situation. And in mental health, where there's usually a lot of group work and a lot of going out and about in the community, that isn't really doable at the moment. So our job role is quite compromised, so it's just about adapting. Occupational therapists are trained to be really adaptable to situations, so it's just about finding ways to be creative about how you deliver interventions and how you work with people that doesn't put them at risk of COVID. This is just speaking from my experience, and it doesn't speak for anyone else's experience. Okay, so the next question that I got asked is, what was your favourite adventure of 2020? I was lucky enough to be able to have gone on 2 holidays before the lockdown happened. And looking back, it's so mad to think that, we were just on holiday having no idea that, the world would literally come to a stop in a couple of months. And that is so crazy to think about. So at the very start of the year, I went on a skiing trip to France with my family to go out and see my brother and his girlfriend, who were working out there as chalet hosts. And it was just so nice. And there's nothing like the feeling of spending a day on the slopes and then coming back to the hotel or the chalet and just feeling tired and just eating cake and drinking coffee and relaxing. It's just so good. I love it. This is probably the most unorthodox way to paint, but gotta do what you gotta do. When the lockdown kind of eased off at the end of summer last year, me and Tom went to the Lake District. So we just went camping and hiking for a week, really. And it was just so nice and recharging, and it's just such a beautiful place. I'd never been before, and it was just so gorgeous, so I highly recommend going there. I just did my paintbrush and my tea. Oops. I have barely got any white left. Oh my gosh. How am I going to do the sky? Oh no. Okay. God, that is such a horrible colour. Oh, we're just going to go for it. We're going to go for it. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just meant to be for some fun. Ooh, I like this question. What are your dreams? Where do I start? I'm just constantly dreaming about the future, and I've always been like that, since I was younger. I've always just been such a daydreamer. That was one of the main things that teachers used to tell me in parents' evening in school. So I guess my biggest dream is to travel and experience as much as I can in life. I'm a strong believer that everyone has the right to experience well-being and to be empowered to take control of their own well-being, no matter what background they're from, no matter their social class. So my ultimate dream would be to set up this holistic well-being centre where people can just come, and do art groups or cooking groups, be educated on different things to do with well-being and health, and to just kind of be and have fun and heal. It would either be free or like really low cost. You know, having somewhere that is open to all and accessible to all would just be an absolute dream. So yeah, that's my work dream. Maybe one day we'll get there, hopefully. Yeah, I just want to see myself as like my best friend, because at the end of the day, you're the only person that will truly be there for you, no matter what, all the time. But again, that's something that just takes practice and, you know, just consuming things that are good for you and make you feel good and, you know, helping you to grow. I just feel like without all of those things, like without books and without, you know, watching all of these positive, you know, really helpful YouTube videos and listening to podcasts and things, I wouldn't be near as far as I am now on my journey to becoming the best version of myself. The top 3 books that you'd recommend reading. I don't give too much away in terms of books because I'm hoping for that to be one of my next videos is all of my book recommendations, because I've been doing a lot more reading lately than I usually do. But I think just off the top of my head, any book by Mike Viking, I think that's how you say his name. He's a Danish writer who works with the Happiness Research Institute, I think, in Denmark. And his way of writing is so good and funny, but also really scientific, and it teaches you a lot. Like, I don't know how he makes research fun. He's got one book called The Art of Making Memories, which I thought was so good for like teaching you about how memories are made and stored and how we sometimes like remember things, or how our memories can like affect us and things. And I just thought it was so interesting, and his books are so aesthetically pleasing as well. I just really recommend his books. They're so easy to read. Again, anything by Don Miguel Ruiz. So The Mastery of Love was really good. I think you either love it or you hate it. I loved parts of it. I loved the start and I loved the end, because some parts of it were just mind-blowing. But then the middle, some bits he was talking about were a bit black and white. And I really, really want to read his other books because I've heard they're amazing in terms of like personal and spiritual growth and things. I haven't read any like fiction books in years. I mainly just read kind of self-help books or like non-fiction books about like lifestyle and things. But I've got so many books in my cupboard that I need to read, so I'm trying to get through them as fast as I can. But if any of you have any book recommendations, I'd love to hear them down in the comments. So all I need to do now is just go back over the green and add the white clouds on the hilltop. And then I think I'm done. The paint quality is not good at all, so maybe from far away it would look okay, but close up it's not pretty. What's been keeping you sane during the lockdown? Well, like I said, I've been working, so things have been semi-normal, apart from the fact that, you know, on the weekends and after work, I can't go and do the things I'd usually do, because one of the main things that I like to do outside of work to kind of recharge is like go out and explore new places, and obviously we can't do that at the moment. But yeah, getting out into nature has been by far the most therapeutic thing for me. Also, just like moving your body as much as you can. So whether that's through like exercise, yoga, dancing, anything. But I don't know, I think everyone has their things that make them feel good to do at home. And I think it's just about finding what works for you. So whether that's reading or playing video games or journaling, going for a walk or painting or making earrings. I think definitely being creative has been a really good way to switch off as well and just not think about anything. Like, you can get into that flow state where you kind of lose track of time and you're not thinking about anything but what you're doing. I think anything that gets you into that flow state is so helpful. So I think I'm finished, and it's not perfect by any means, but it was fun nonetheless. So this is the finished painting. It just does not look good, but that's okay, we had fun. And that's the main thing, is to have fun. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe and like. And if you want to see any more painting videos or any more creative videos, please let me know. And if you've got any suggestions of any other videos I could do, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!